What is up, my dudes? Cheap bastard talking to ya. Today we're going to see an super rare i5 Pro battle against i7-3770 and i5-7500. Our contenders' specs should appear on the screen in about 3 to 5 seconds. Thank you for waiting. Well, as we can see here, i7 has better specs in almost every category, but
Slow down there, buckaroo.
It's made in 2012 and i5 is made in 2017, so I mean, Intel has made zero progress in 5 years? Well, that's why you're here to find out, right? People who are here just for the memes are also welcome. Okay, now let's transition to testing. Our battle began with GTA 5. On 1080p ultra settings, i5 got better score than i7 in every category, but i5's usage was around 90 to 100%. While i7's usage was just around 60. Interesting. By the way guys, if you can guess the movie in which a car like this was used, comment your guess. I'm waiting. Rainbow Six Siege on 1080p ultra settings performed better on i7. Yep, that's it. I literally don't have anything else to say about this game. Game on the list is Overwatch. On 1080p ultra settings, i5 beat the old man again in every single category. Rocket League was a real nitrous button in Fast and Furious for my i7. It beat i5 in every category here on 1080p highest settings. Finally, a game that can appreciate extra cores. Instantly after hearing this,
Она сказала.
you know what game it is. No matter what settings, ultra or low, on 1080p resolution, i5 got much better FPS scores, cause that old game's engine can't utilize extra threads. Shh, don't cry, i7. We're going to test newer games now, which means a better multi-core support. And Just Cause 3 happens to be the game which requires a lot of CPU horsepower. On 1080p high settings, i5 was holding up fine, but it was maxing out on the usage most of the time, while i7 took the sweet victory here. Shadow of the Tomb Raider on 1080p high settings was heavily bottlenecked by the GPU, and the gameplay felt the same between these CPUs. Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville was the first game that felt like a day and night between these processors. With i5 on 1080p high settings, I was getting micro stuttering, where i7's gameplay could be described in this pic right here. Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay was also heavily bottlenecked by the GPU, but i7 magically got higher FPS figures despite graphics card's usage being at 100% despite the CPU. And that, guys, is my top question that scientists still cannot answer, followed by
Where's the lamb sauce? Come on.
Assetto Corsa on 1440p ultra settings got slightly more FPS on the i7 while using the same car on the same track, but the gameplay was identical between our contenders. And the last, but the least fun game to play on the list is nothing other than Dirt Rally 2.0. On high settings, 1080p processors got literally the same average, but it favored the i5 a bit with unnoticeably higher minimum and maximum frame rate. So, there you have it. Newer games favor more cores, older ones favor faster cores. But if you are looking forward into playing newer games and editing, then the i7 is a much cheaper and a better choice. Although for hardcore esports gamers,
Alone RAM, missile alone RAM.
i5 is better. Subscribe to instantly receive 500 million V-Bucks into your Fortnite account. LMAO, who am I kidding? Nobody above 16 is playing that game anymore. Stay cheap, my dudes. Cheap bastard out.